Hidden beneath the dense jungles of Vietnam lies a cave so enormous that it has its own weather system. Inside are clouds, rivers, jungles, and ecosystems completely isolated from the outside world. For centuries, this hidden world remained undiscovered. Ho Kan moved quietly through the dense forests of Quang Binh in 1990, searching for agar wood, one of the region's most valuable natural treasures. The work was solitary and demanding, often requiring days of trekking along barely marked jungle paths. That day, clouds thickened overhead with little warning. Thunder echoed through the hills, and a sudden downpour forced him to seek shelter. He pressed on, hoping to find cover before the worst of the storm arrived. He found it beside a colossal wall of stone, half swallowed by the jungle. As rain hammered the leaves, Ho Kan crouched with his back to the rock. Then a strange sensation. A cold, powerful gust of wind rushed past him, carrying the scent of wet earth. From behind the stone, he heard the roar of water echoing out of the darkness. The sound was deeper and more forceful than any stream he had heard in the forest. He looked closer and saw a gaping opening, wide enough to swallow a house, its mouth veiled in mist. The air emerging from the entrance was so strong it felt alive, as if the mountain itself was exhaling. Water surged somewhere below, hidden from view. Ho Kan realized this was no ordinary cave. The scale, the sounds, the breath of cold wind, everything about the place defied his experience in the wild. He lingered at the threshold, awed and unsettled, before marking the location in his memory and moving on, unaware that he had stumbled onto something the world had never seen. For nearly 2 decades, the cave's entrance faded back into legend. The jungle, relentless in its growth, erased any trace of the route Ho Kan had taken. No marker, no path, just his memory of the cold wind and the sound of hidden water. Each attempt to find the opening again ended in frustration. Even seasoned hunters in the region spoke of caves that vanished as quickly as they appeared, swallowed by shifting foliage and the endless green. Years passed. Then, in 2008, while foraging for food, Ho Kan stumbled upon the same stone wall and felt the unmistakable rush of air. This time, he did not trust memory alone. He took careful notes, sketching the trail, marking the bamboo bridge and river crossing. The forest had changed, but his determination had grown sharper. Word of the rediscovery spread quickly to visiting scientists. In 2009, Ho Kan led a team from the British Cave Research Association through the tangled forest, guiding them step by step to the entrance. The group included Howard Limbert, a veteran of Southeast Asian cave exploration. Without Ho Kan's knowledge of the land, the cave would have remained hidden. His role shifted from accidental witness to essential guide, bridging the gap between local tradition and scientific discovery. What began as a private memory became a route others could finally follow. Inside the darkness Ho Kan first glimpsed, measurements would later reveal a world on a scale almost beyond belief. The main chamber of Sun Doong rises more than 200 meters from floor to ceiling. It is taller than a 60-story skyscraper. The passage stretches out to a width of about 150 meters, wide enough to fit a pair of football fields side by side. From end to end, the mapped cave extends roughly 9 kilometers, a distance that could swallow the heart of a major city. Its total volume is estimated at 38.5 million cubic meters. That is enough space to contain an entire city block packed with office towers, or to fly a Boeing 747 through the main hall without touching the walls. The numbers are staggering, but they are not just statistics. They are the raw dimensions that turn Doong from a hidden gap in the jungle into the largest known cave on Earth, a space so vast that ordinary comparisons begin to lose their meaning. Long before any human set foot at its threshold, the ground beneath Doong Cave was already in motion. The bedrock here is limestone, laid down more than 400 million years ago, when shallow seas covered this part of the world. Over countless ages, the limestone thickened, layer by layer, as the remains of marine life settled and hardened into stone. But it was not solid forever. Rain, absorbing carbon dioxide from the air and soil, turned slightly acidic. Drop by drop, this mild acid seeped into every crack and joint, slowly dissolving the rock along natural faults and fractures. For millions of years, underground rivers followed these weaknesses, widening them into tunnels and halls. Water, persistent and patient, carried away the loosened minerals, carving out chambers on a scale that defies belief. In places, the ceiling grew so thin that it eventually collapsed, leaving behind gaping skylights, called dolines, that now admit shafts of sunlight deep into the earth. The cave's signature formations, from slender soda straws to towering stalagmites, are the result of mineral-rich drips accumulating over tens of thousands of years. Some stalagmites here rise more than 70 meters, each one a monument to the slow, quiet work of water and time. Doong is not the result of a single event, but the outcome of deep time, an unhurried process that continues to shape its hidden world below the jungle. Sunlight pierces the darkness of Doong only where the cave's ceiling has collapsed, creating vast dolines, openings that drop beams of light hundreds of meters down to the floor. In these rare places, the cave transforms. Tropical rainforests take root inside the earth itself, thriving in isolated pockets where day and night blur into a permanent, humid twilight. Here, ferns, orchids, palms, figs, bananas, and cycads grow in thick clusters, their leaves adapted to the filtered light and constant moisture. Over 200 plant species have been cataloged in these zones, many of them stunted or uniquely shaped by the cave's strange conditions. The dolines act as natural greenhouses, sustaining microhabitats that are cut off from the outer jungle by walls of stone and shadow. Within these living islands, scientists have found creatures seen nowhere else: blind beetles, translucent cavefish, and a land snail described for the first time only in recent years. Each doline is a world unto itself, a reminder that life finds new forms wherever light and water meet, even deep beneath the surface. Deep within Doong, the cave's atmosphere is shaped by a delicate balance of physics and geology. At the entrance, air temperature hovers around 22 degrees Celsius, but as you move deeper, it drops close to 12 degrees Celsius. This sharp temperature gradient acts like a giant engine, driving air to flow through the cave in a process known as the chimney effect. Warm air from the surface rises, while cooler, denser air is drawn in from below, setting up a steady circulation. The cave's enormous volume and narrow passages amplify this movement, pushing air at speeds recorded up to 5 meters per second in some shafts. Inside, relative humidity remains extremely high, often above 95%, thanks to constant evaporation from the underground river and the saturated limestone walls. When warm, moist air meets the cave's cool interior, the moisture condenses, forming thick fog and even cloud banks that drift through the chambers. Scientific teams have confirmed these conditions using thermohygrometers and laser anemometers, capturing data that proves Son Doong's clouds are not legend, but a natural consequence of its size and structure. Progress inside Son Doong demanded more than courage. It required technical skill and specialized equipment. The team faced underground rivers that cut across their path, forcing them to navigate swift currents in total darkness. Inflatable rafts and rope bridges became lifelines over water that could surge without warning. Beyond the rivers, the expedition met the formidable Great Wall of Vietnam, a calcite barrier nearly 90 meters high. Scaling this wall was a feat of engineering. Climbers drilled anchors into the smooth flowstone, rigged static ropes, and inched upward over 2 days, every movement calculated for safety. Above the wall, new corridors opened, untouched by human eyes. Here, exploration shifted from adventure to precision. Surveyors deployed laser rangefinders and total stations, measuring each passage and chamber with scientific rigor. In later years, 3D laser scanning captured the cave's true shape, generating dense point clouds that mapped elevation changes and hidden galleries. With each scan, Son Doong's mysteries became data, long stretches of passage, once myth, now recorded and modeled in digital space. Even now, satellites orbit above Son Doong, yet its vastness remained unseen for centuries. In an age obsessed with mapping every inch, this cave proves Earth keeps secrets. As technology advances, our world still harbors wonders, hidden, immense, and waiting to be found. What else lies beneath our feet?